left side of the front panel console in the superstructure cab. The fascia has a graphic display screen which shows various menus. These are operated with buttons F1 to F14. The buttons have different functions in each menu. The button function in the displayed menu corresponds to the symbol next to or above the button. Submenus are indicated by a blue triangle on the top left corner of the symbols. Buttons A, B and CE with LEDs are for keycode input. Button A also selects the warning message submenu. The Enquiry button with LED selects the error message submenu. This warning triangle will flash if a new error message is detected by ECOS. It will remain on for any errors which are acknowledged but still exist. The Escape button with LED provides navigation from submenus back to the main menu. The Enter button with LED provides input confirmation of selected values. This warning lamp indicates the status of the hoist limit switch. The lamp is on if the hoist is shut down by the hoist limit switch. The lamp flashes when the hoist limit switch has been triggered but shutdown has been bypassed. This rotary knob allows input values to be changed in the relevant submenus. This warning lamp indicates the status of the slewing gear brake. The lamp is on when the brake is applied and off when the brake is released. The drive group symbols in red indicates that they are switched off. Rocker switches behind the left and right joysticks can be used to switch on or off any required drive group. The symbol will then turn green when the drive group is switched on. Button F1 toggles the crane leveling display between 1 or 5 degrees. Button F2 opens the Control Instruments submenu. This displays hydraulic oil temperature, fuel tank level, battery voltage and engine RPM. The status bar colours have the following meaning: green for OK, yellow close to the limit, red when the limits are exceeded. Button F3 opens the Drive Group Speeds submenu. Pressing the button beside the drive group symbol will toggle a red line beneath the selected function speed for main boom or jib operation. By turning the rotary knob, the selected values can be changed. Pressing the Enter button confirms the selected value. Button F4 opens the Settings and Displays submenu. Within the submenu, button F2 toggles the all-wheel steering controls for over front or over rear. The symbol indicates the selected direction. Button F3 switches on the input mode for the display brightness setting, indicated by the red line beneath the current value. The brightness level can be set by turning the rotary knob and pressing Enter to confirm the selected value. Button F4 is used for key code entry to access the telescoping emergency program or to reset the telescope status. Please read the operator's manual and see the Set Telescope Status video clip for further information. Button F5 tests all LEDs and warning lamps. Button F6 opens the operating hours submenu. This displays the operating hours or cycles for the individual drive groups. Button F7 toggles 5 joystick characteristics. 1 is linear and 4 are progressive, as shown by the symbol. The setting applies to both joysticks. Button F8 switches on the input mode for the windscreen wiper delay settings indicated by the red line beneath the current value. The delay setting can be set by turning the rotary knob and pressing Enter to confirm the selected value. Hydraulic pressures can also be checked within this submenu. Button F5 opens the telescope submenu. Please see semi-automatic and teleautomation video clips for further information. For counterweight operation, the superstructure must be turned to the rear and locked at 0 degrees. Button F6 opens the counterweight submenu. Let's now review the buttons and symbols. Button F5 with symbol unlocks the counterweight cylinders. The button is only active when the symbol is green. Button F6 with symbol locks the counterweight cylinders. The button is only active when the symbol is red. Button F7 raises the counterweight cylinders. Button F8 lowers the counterweight cylinders. These symbols represent the locked and unlocked positions of the counterweight cylinders. Red with horizontal horns is locked. Yellow is intermediate position. Green with vertical horns is unlocked. Violet represents a system error. These symbols represent the raised and lowered positions of the counterweight cylinders. Green is fully raised or fully lowered. Yellow is intermediate position. Violet represents a system error. The P symbol represents the pre-charge pressure necessary to hold the counterweight in the fully raised position. Green is with sufficient pre-charge pressure. Red is without sufficient pre-charge pressure. The LED on button A and the warning triangle will flash when the cylinders are locked until the required pre-charge pressure is reached. We will now install and then remove the counterweight. Button F7 opens the outrigger submenu. Let's now review the buttons and symbols. Button F1 toggles the leveling display between 1 degree or 5 degree increments. The leveling status display shows the inclined positions on graduated rings. Button F2 with symbol preselects the front left outrigger beam or cylinder. Button F3 with symbol preselects the left outrigger cylinders. Button F4 with symbol preselects the rear left outrigger beam or cylinder. Button F5 with symbol preselects all outrigger cylinders. Button F6 with symbol preselects the front right outrigger beam or cylinder. Button F7 with symbol preselects the right outrigger cylinders. Button F8 with symbol preselects the rear right outrigger beam or cylinder. Button F9 with symbol selects retract outrigger cylinder. Button F10 with symbol selects extend outrigger cylinder. Button F11 with symbol preselects the front outrigger cylinders. Button F12 with symbol preselects the rear outrigger cylinders. Button F13 with symbol selects retract outrigger beam. Button F14 with symbol selects extend outrigger beam. For safety reasons, it is only possible to select single outrigger beam functions. When a pre-selection is made, the outrigger beam and cylinder symbols will change from grey to black to indicate the permissible functions. All pre-selection buttons have an indicator light to show the selection is active. The pre-selection is green when active and remains active for approximately 10 seconds to allow a function to be selected. This symbol in red indicates that the slew brake is applied. If the brake is not applied, an exclamation mark appears and the outrigger functions are blocked. This symbol, showing the carrier cab to the front, indicates the directional relationship of the pre-selection buttons and the leveling display. As an example, let's now extend the outriggers. Button F8 opens the submenu for the house lock. Let's now review the buttons and symbols. Button F5 with symbol unlocks the turntable. Button F6 with symbol locks the turntable. This display field indicates the current slewing angle. This symbol indicates whether the slewing gear is switched on or off. Green is switched on, red is switched off. This symbol is shown within plus or minus 20 degrees of a locking position and indicates the required slew direction to the locking position. Two opposing arrows indicate a locking position. These symbols show the status of the locking pin. Green is locked, yellow is in transition, red is unlocked, violet represents a system error. Let's now operate the house lock.